What's going on, JRD Nation? I am here with our JRD community member, Wyatt. We are here in Brooklyn, New York, and we're going to talk about his jump rope transformation story. Wyatt, thanks for joining me, bro.
Of course. Thank you guys for having me. Awesome. So stoked to be here.
Wyatt's a humble guy. We've hung out with him for a few minutes now. So he's probably not going to say this in the beginning, but he's actually having a lot of success in the fashion world as a model. About to have a billboard go up in Times Square. Congratulations.
Hell yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
To get to this point, I know it's been a journey for you because you had to lose a lot of weight and you had to go through just a lot of mental changes. And you know, you share with us, we've been talking on the internet for a while about jump rope and how much jump rope played a role in that. So that's what we want to learn about today, man. I think it starts with the beginning of your story. So you told me a little bit before this, you were in college, you were overeating, you got up to 250 pounds.
Brutal.
Can you just tell me like what your life was like during this period?
It was not good. I was not exercising. I lived on campus, which you are required to get the biggest meal plan. And I could easily pound out like 3 cheeseburgers in one sitting and a boatload of fries and just not exercising, not caring about my weight. I was huge.
So you're doing everything wrong, basically.
Everything.
You're overeating
Nightmare.
and not moving at all.
Not moving. My dorm room was a block away from the music building, and my dorm was also half a block from the dining hall, so there was not much of a commute to the dining hall to get those cheeseburgers.
What was your mindset like back then?
It was awful. I was very unhappy with how I looked. A lot of anxiety about what to wear. Hated going into social situations, things with dating and the ladies, not ideal.
Not so much.
No. Do not like someone who could pound out like 4 cheeseburgers in one sitting in front of them.
How did you make that shift? Like you told us before, like jump rope was a big part of that. How did you go from this like awkward dude to where you are now?
So I moved off campus a mile. So I was just walking back and forth because in Philadelphia, there's not really the best public transit. So I was walking back and forth. A little bit of the weight came off. I was also poor and did not have the most money for cheeseburgers and fries. As the weight came off, I was like, you know what? Maybe I should incorporate fitness into my life because I feel terrible about myself. Got a gym membership and what was trying to do what I could, but I didn't know anything about it. Like I was just using the machines, bicep curls, all that stuff.
Was that fun at all? Like did you enjoy doing the gym?
No, it was super embarrassing because I was still overweight at this point, by the way. It was super embarrassing. I had no idea what I was doing, so I decided to get a trainer. And that was also a nightmare, which I felt like a paycheck and didn't like that vibe.
And so how did you discover jump rope?
Originally, I saw, someone at the gym doing it, and I just picked a jump rope up from Walmart and just started doing that. But I had no idea about you guys yet. But the weight was coming off from doing that and incorporating it in my life, eating better, or what I thought was better.
So you started figuring out the jump rope thing on your own.
I did, on my own, but I didn't know what to do. Form was super bad. My cousin came up to me at a Christmas party and was like, "Hey, I think you've got this look right now, and it's very in, and I think you could do it." And she just suggested sending out some photos to agents, and I met with my manager. And in New York, when I was still in Philadelphia, and he emailed me back at 11:30 at night and was just like, "Hey, I love your look. Let's meet up." Came up here, and I was still not where I am right now. I was probably 15 to 20 pounds heavier than I am. So I met with him, and he was like, "Yes, your body is definitely something we need to work on." So I was hitting the gym,
but eating 1,000 calories, probably feeling like
awful. Yeah, I was also vegetarian at this point. I don't know why I was doing it, but I was
You're like,
vegetarian.
I'm a model, I should probably be a vegetarian.
Probably. Definitely not. So I was eating like 1,000 calories of like vegetables and like eggs a day, and that would work for like 2 weeks. And then I would just like binge on like bread and like all this other stuff because I was so unhappy and felt so lethargic all the time, every day, just a bear getting out of bed, sleeping like 12 hours because I was depriving my body, and it was the worst. It worked. Like, I dropped weight, but then in 2 weeks I would gain it all back.
Yeah, it wasn't sustainable, right?
It was not sustainable at all. And then, alas, I found
the jump rope dudes.
And I watched all of your videos about nutrition because that was clearly the biggest thing in my life that was lacking, and like sustainability with nutrition. And that has changed me forever. Like, putting the focus on living a life. Like, you can't be so restricted all the time, and because that's what's going to happen. Like, you can do it for 2 weeks, but then you're just going to fall right back into like a binge episode for like 3 days.
And that's a story we always hear about. It's like, people are like, I'm not going to eat anything. And they lose some weight, and they eat everything, they gain all back. And then it's just like up and down.
And then you feel bad about it, so you just do it more, and you're like, oh, well, what the hell? Like, I, messed up yesterday. Why would I not do it again today? Like, what's the point of like continuing this? And I feel like that's where a lot of people like fall off. And I used to be very meticulous about like sauces and like all this other stuff, and I watched a video about like, and you said like your favorite meal was like barbecue chicken from Whole Foods, and I was like, well, that's what I want to do. So then I like went out and like bought chicken and like put it in the slow cooker and had barbecue chicken for like a meal prep, and I'm way happier now because I'm eating whole foods. And that's another thing where I went in on, is eating whole foods. Big thing, from the earth. Like, I stress that to everybody who has ever asked me for any nutritional advice ever, because they've seen my transformation is just eating whole foods, and I cannot stress that enough. It's not what you have to do in the gym, it's what you have to do in the kitchen. Like, that is the most real thing in the entire world. Like, if you really hone it in and focus on like eat foods that you love and that are like good for you, you know what I mean? Like, chicken with barbecue sauce is so sick. Like, I love that, and I could eat that every day, me personally.
For all the people who've been asking us in other transformation videos, they're like, you guys, ask them about nutrition. So I feel like we're finally giving you guys some of the answers here. The big pillars are: eat whole foods, don't try to be super calorie restrictive, try to eat the right amount of food for your body.
Yeah, and don't stress out.
Don't stress out.
It's okay.
Stress makes you fat. We have many people who start with their beginner series, right? And they start with the double bounce like you talked about, you used to do. How do you go from like barely doing the double bounce to like knowing all these tricks? Like, what does that journey look like?
You have to do the thing every day. It's literally on my phone. Do the thing is on there. That has been on there for months. That has been on my phone since like March. That is how you get good at jump rope. Is that you do it every day because it's fun.
A lot of people get confused about how do you go from like knowing nothing to knowing all these things. Did you learn one trick at a time, or like what did that look like?
Watched your like tutorials. Like, don't be afraid to watch the tutorials and feel like a noob. Like, that's all
How else
good.
do you learn? How has your mindset shifted as well, and like how does it affect your life, like going in for castings and modeling and stuff like that? Like, do you have more confidence now?
Ever since I really focused in on like and started living by what you guys preach, my confidence has went like way up, and that definitely reflects on the modeling thing and how the casting directors and clients view you. Because if you're miserable eating like 1,000 calories a day and you're super tired, people can see that on your face and on your body. And
feel that energy, right?
And feel that energy. Exactly. People feel energy. If you don't have a good energy, like, no one's going to want to work with you. I did like okay for a while, but I was just miserable doing that, living that lifestyle. I feel so good after I hit like a good workout and like eat a good meal. And you want to do it every day. Also, intermittent fasting, have that black coffee in the morning, and then I get to the gym. I can't wait to do it every day because I'm like so stoked. And also, it's cool. Like, jump roping is cool. Like, it's so fun to do.
I kind of wanted to give people this formula that you talked about throughout this discussion so far, because the points that I picked up on are: number 1, eat whole foods.
Can't stress that enough.
2, don't be restrictive where like you're eating 1,000 calories and then restricting and then binging, right?
Exactly.
Stay away from that. It's not sustainable. Intermittent fasting helps. Eat the right amount of
Huge.
food.
Every single day. Sometimes I'll break it up. I am 99% intermittent fasting.
Get into a routine doing something you love. You know, like gamify it. Like you jump rope because it's fun. You enjoy it. You're always trying to learn more. And so just find something like that. Like how long is your workout on average?
Definitely like 30 to 50 minutes. Like 100%, 30 to 50 minutes.
Do you take a rest day or is it usually every day or?
I'll say that I take like an active rest day where I'll like walk. But you know what I mean? Just like I like moving. Like I like doing things or I'll like take a bike ride or something.
Was it always like that for you? Because a lot of people just think that they're like exercise isn't for me, so I'm not even gonna try jump rope because I just don't like exercise.
No, it was like that. I hated exercise. I did not exercise in high school or in college really. It was just about right at the end of college where I got into it, and now it's become so ingrained.
Now you're a jump rope addict.
A jump rope addict. I'm also on the way of getting that personal training certification through NASM to help people feel how I feel right now, because if I could make somebody feel good about themselves like how I feel, that would be amazing. Yeah, that's all I have to say is eat whole foods, intermittent fast, and jump rope every day.
Man. So where can people follow you? Because I know that I think we're going to end up seeing you teaching jump rope in the future. I could definitely see you being a jump rope fitness trainer.
That is the goal.
Or having your own niche jump rope fitness community. So right now, how can people get a hold of you? Instagram, what's good?
Instagram is honestly the best. It's at Wyatt Cooper 99, and you will see me on there.
Word. Well, man, thanks so much for your time today, sharing the story.
Oh, yeah.
GRD Nation, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this was valuable. If it was, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, like the video, comment any questions you have for Wyatt down in the comment section below.
Please reach out to me and let's jump rope.
Heck yeah. And as always, do the thing.